Hello, all you hardcores out there. How are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. Today we're joined by Jerry from Northern Ireland. That's Belfast, isn't it? I just want to say a big shout out to Porky's International and Cameron, who's just had a death in the family and he's back on board. So we're back on it with Porky's International, our sister channel. Jump over there and have a look at what quality we've got on there. Pop, pop, bang. Right, how are we doing, Jerry?
I'm all right, Russ. How are you?
I'm all right. What's that T-shirt you've got on there, Jerry? What's going on there? I like to know what's going on.
Oh, you'll like this, Russ. You'll like
Go
this.
on.
You see that?
Halloween. Mm. All right, that Jerry, in it.
Oh, it's one of my favorite films, mate.
Let me tell you a little story. It's a slasher film, isn't it?
Yeah,
Right. Here's a funny story. My cousin watches this, right? Well, my cousin's brother-in-law was Brian.
yeah.
I took Terry Chapman Armour to meet him actually, and they got on. But my cousin Tony, she babysat me when I was a kid. Me and my brother, I had cricket practice. We went round to her house. This is a true story. And she sat in kitchen all night smoking, right, with a mate, right, smoking fags because they were older than me and my brother. And I said, well, what are we supposed to do while you're in here? She goes, we've got you a film. Go in there, bags of crisps, soda streams. I'm at soda streams.
Yeah.
Me and my brother, they were at soda streams, bags of crisps, Kit Kats and all that, salt and vinegar, walkers. And she put this film on that she got from I forgot what it was called, the place, but it was a video shop. You know, you rented VHS videos in Village in Edmonton. And I said, what's it called? She says, He Knows You're Alone. And it's a slasher film. And it's Tom Hanks's debut film, obviously unheard of then at the time. It was made in 1980. And
Yeah.
I swear to God, me and my brother watched it and we had nightmares. And obviously, it was a big thing in them days because hiring a video from a video shop, it was like going to the cinema, wasn't it? It was really exciting. And
Yeah.
we had, well, I did. I had nightmares for ages. Every time I seen a big butcher's knife in my mum's drawer, you know, when she was carving meat or something, I'd always think this slasher film and I'd always bring it up. So some years later, this is probably when I was in my early 40s, I bowled into her house. She lives in Warmsworth. I bowled into her house. She goes, what's that in that box, Russell? And I said, it's a VHS recorder and a VHS video. Tony, I know you're watching. And I bet she's still not watched it to this day. She said, what you got that for? I says, that's what you had me and our Paul watch when we were kids. It was a proper slasher film. And it was this bloke who were going around slashing people and killing women the night before they got married. And ever since then, I was into slasher films. But as a kid, it bothered me. So to overcome it, you've got to watch them, haven't you? And that film you've got there, Halloween,
Yeah.
that's 1978. Jamie Lee Curtis was in it. It was a sort of like breakout film, wasn't it?
Yeah. Pretty
But
much.
it's like a classic, in it? That, and every now and then I put it on, but that's a brutal film. I don't know if you could even put that on now. Being 18, that now, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I think whenever I was a kid, and I got my hands on the video, and we were like, we tried to buy it in a few different shops, and we kept getting turned down because we were like 14. And then this one shop sold us a video, and then me and my mate used to like take turns with it, and just looking at the cover made me scared. I was afraid as well. But when you get a bit older, you kind of grow to enjoy that fear. But when you're a kid, it kind of terrifies you a bit. So
Yeah, it bothered me for a while. I remember we had cricket practice, and I said, what's happening tonight?" My mum went, "I mean, you'd had to go in the pub. You're going to your aunties." I said, "All right." I said, "Well, who's looking after us?" "Tony's looking after you." Yeah, and he put that on for us. Just sat me and my brother in room, and she was in the kitchen smoking. We were mate because they were older than us, into lads and going out in Ford Capris and all that nonsense. And we were like in room with crisps and Kit Kat and soda stream. Remember them soda streams? I remember, I love going down there. They had a soda stream. We didn't. Guzzling all sorts of pop down there. But
I
yeah,
never
He
had a
Knows
soda stream.
You're Alone. He Knows You're Alone is the film. People should Google it. It's Tom Hanks' debut film. Yeah,
I've just looked it up, mate. I've just looked it up.
it is, isn't it?
It looks it actually. You know what? I like Tom Hanks as well, and I obviously like these kind of films, but I've never seen this. So guess what I'm going to be watching at the weekend?
He Knows You're Alone. Well, it's a cult film, isn't it? But like Tom Hanks, there's only a youngster in it. I mean,
I'll be
we're
watching this one
talking
Saturday night.
how many years ago?
That's it, mate.
44 years ago. How old's Tom Hanks now? He must be 60 odd, is
He's got to be, mate. He's got to be.
he? Yeah.
Let's see what age he is.
Well, he did Splash, didn't he, in '84, 4 years later with that Daryl Hannah, didn't he?
Yeah. 68. He's 68, mate.
So he was 24 then, wasn't he? Yeah. Tom Hanks, he was only a young kid then, wasn't
That's crazy, isn't it?
he? It sure is. Right, Jerry, are you going to whip that denim jacket off and let's see you in the old Slasher t-shirt? Go on then, Jerry. Women love him, men want to be him. Go on, Jerry. You're like Hulk. You're not going to rip it off.
Lou Ferrigno.
Go on, Jerry. You don't wear that to work today, do you, Jerry?
I did. That's. I'm just home from work.
Jerry, it's a good job
What's wrong with you? Oh, there you go.
Right, there's a lot been going on in boxing, Jerry. What do you think to Johnny Fisher, aka Elmer Fudd, injuring his bicep and he's had to pull out at Rudenko fight? Apparently, he took delivery of a Chinese meal, a load of Peking ducks and barbecue spare ribs, special fried rice, curry sauce, chips, prawn crackers, you name it. He carried it up the drive and his arm went.
I can only feel sorry for the guy. I mean, he's got a real addiction problem to Chinese food. And I mean, he should have asked his dad, Bosch, for a bit of help to carry it up the driveway, So feel a bit sorry for him because that was already postponed. I think that fight moved cards or something like that. So I feel a bit sorry for him. I was reading about the injury. It doesn't sound like he's going to need surgery.
Nah, listen, what did I say a few weeks ago? Sam Jones, I know you're listening, you cocksucker. I said a few weeks ago, look, that's the fight's not going to happen. All Sam Jones are coming out with was absolute waffle. They were telling people, I know what they do. See, what happens is, Sam, this is how naive Sam Jones is. They've let him manage Johnny Fisher. Do you think he's really managing him and taking a proper cut like the Simsers do out all their fighters? No. What they do, they wheel Sam Jones out in his wheelchair, don't they? Little Sam. They wheel him out and he does all this PR stuff on all these channels for that particular fighter to get it out there, what's happening. And it saves Eddie and Spotty Frank, Eddie Hills and Spotty Frank, doing that job. So they give Sam a little slice of cake. That's all it is. He's only a manager in name. Listen, if Eddie Hills or Spotty Frank ring any normal manager up and say, what about this fight for your fighter? Joe Gallagher would say, well, how much, when, and when is it? And oh, that's not enough and all that. Sam Jones just goes, okay. He's not going to rock the boat. He ain't going to go up against them. Do you see where I'm coming? He's just, they wheel him out. They're using him. He's not really a manager. He is in name. This is how it works. Do you see where I'm coming from? I've seen it with my own eyeballs when I worked for Big Ron. I'd be like, well, he's managing. And I thought he overruled promoter. Then he says, look, I'm running the show here. And my word's final. And I was like, well, what's the point in having managers? Do you see where I'm coming from? And that's all that's happening with him. So, Sam, stop running around making out you're this big manager. All you are is somebody that does as he's told. You little goonie.
He's a lucky man.
Little goonie. Let me just put light on here. 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
He's a total lackey, mate.
Huh?
He's a lackey to
He's a gimp. Sam Jones, you're a gimp. Making out you meet. Listen, all you are is what Carl King won for Don King. That's all you are. Do you know what I mean? People start messing around with all rules and all hell breaks loose. That gives me indigestion, Jerry. It upsets me. Jerry.
You need to calm down, then.
I need to calm down, mate. I need to calm down. But Big Elmer Fudd's not going to be fighting Rudenko now. Who cares? Who cares? He's had 12 fights. He's banged 11 of them up on Button Moon. All stiffs he's fighting. Stiffs. Go fight somebody who can fight. Listen, he'll be fighting Adrian King soon. You know, Curtis Woodhouse as heavyweight.
Yeah.
He's setting about them all, inspiring him, Adrian King. And I don't see anybody mentioning his name. So Big stiff Elmer Fudd will be fighting him soon. You watch, that'll be a good fight. There's spoon feeding him. Rudenko would school him.
What's Adrian King's?
Right.
What's Adrian King's record at the minute?
I think he's had an handful of fights, hasn't he? Now have a look on BoxRec. I mean, he might be 3-0 or 4-0 or something like that.
I was actually thinking Johnny Fisher would do good against Thomas Carty from over here.
Thomas Carter, yeah, that's a good fight. That.
Yeah, I think it is too. I was just thinking about that. Thomas Carty's 8-0, so Johnny Fisher's got a few more fights over him, but it would be. I think that'd be competitive.
Well, it's about time we saw him in a competitive fight, isn't it? I mean, Johnny Fisher a few weeks ago was saying he'd fight Anthony Joshua instead of Ngannou, but they're just doing it to get themselves in mix. But Eddie's not going to put them. He's not going to put them near. He's not going to put him near any danger. Not when he's popping out shows, because he does as much tickets as next man, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. But hey ho, what do you think to Adrian Mole at Sky? Do you know Ben Sharland? What do you think to his teeth job, Jerry? Do you think he looks the business?
It's nothing as good as yours, like.
Cut on mine's unbelievable. Look at the fucking arms on me, though. Look at them, man, for 11 stone. I get you in an arm like a pluck your hair like. I get that fucking pluck you like a buxted chicken. Not you, Jerry. I like your mullet.
Thanks. Do you think he tip-exed his teeth?
You what?
Do you think Adrian Mole tip-exed his teeth just and did it cheap?
Yeah, listen, mate. He's had them done on cheap, and they're not even proper ones. It's the cut. People keep getting their teeth done, and they come to show me, and I'm like, they look shocking, mate. Go and get the cut done. It's the design. Anybody can do a mold, but nobody's listening to me. Anyway, do you think Adrian Mole's going to get his deal renewed at Sky? I'm hearing no. What do you think, Jerry?
I can see it happening, but I don't think it should happen. But I don't know if he's been successful at Sky or, hoped for whenever they obviously give him the job. I'd say ultimately you'd have to say he hasn't delivered for them. So you'd think he wouldn't get the job then. You think he wouldn't be renewed. But, I don't know who's running the show and who got him the job in the first place, because he obviously knew somebody who got him in there,
Well, he'd not had 10 shows, right, and he got that gig. So I don't know. I don't know how they got it in first place. What has he done since he's been there? Well, he's put Amir Khan and Kell Brook on. Well, it was 10 years too late. What else has he done? He hasn't really done anything that's set the world alight. And people are saying that his days are numbered now and the dates are going to get shared out. Well, that's good, isn't it? But let's have it right. There's a lot more people with more experience than him at Sky. So we're going to see, aren't we? But I won't bet against Eddie Hills getting that gig back again,
I said this to you ages ago, and you said that wouldn't happen.
Well, they've done the best to freeze him out, haven't they, Eddie and Spotty Frank? And I can see Eddie getting it back. And do you know what? Eddie's probably the right man to get that back. You know what I mean? Because he's got a bit of swagger. I'm not keen on him. He's not somebody that I want to go out for a beer with. He's not my cup of tea. But I don't see anybody else. I don't see Sky trusting anybody else with that gig than him, because he gets his sent out there, doesn't he?
Yeah. If it was Warren, if Warren didn't have, what's he with, TNT? Oh, he's with the Zone now, right? He's just signed with the Zone.
Warren's everywhere, isn't he? Warren. He's like Michael Myers, isn't he? We were talking about. They keep killing him at end of film, and then there's a sequel because he gets away, doesn't he, and lives.
That's a brilliant analogy, mate.
Oh, he does, doesn't he? Bricktop, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Hey,
he does, mate. He does, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. But okay, what do you think to Crusher Ben being named in the UK top 6 pound for pound?
I don't know how they can. I don't know. That's the
on BoxRec. That's BoxRec, by the way, Jerry. BoxRec.
It's the most craziest thing I've ever heard, mate. Who is the guy fought? His inactivity. I just don't understand it. That's got to be someone, giving backhanders to get that type of rating. Like, what? How has he got that ranking? Like for like 2 fights in the last couple of years. Like
29 months. He's had 2 fights against Journeyman in Florida and Vegas in 29 months, right, since he last fought in UK. And apparently, according to Spotty Frank, in the next few days, but they said that last week, it's going to be announced that they're going to backdate him a ban, and he's going to fight in, he'll be free to fight in UK. But then on Talksport yesterday, they said it's in jeopardy. Eubank Ben, didn't they? So
right.
I don't know, mate. Does anybody even care about that fight now? It's overkill, isn't it?
I got the impression that even Connor Benn is looking to, let that ship sail.
Yeah.
But they changed the story from one day to the next minute. I heard Eddie saying he's lining something up for Connor Benn in October. So, who's that going to be? Because it's not going to be Eubank, but
It could be a Florida workout for him, or a Vegas. It could be just something to put a bit of expenses in his pocket, a couple $100,000 or
probably,
$100,000. That's all it'd be, I think, just a knockover job. Keep him out there. But
probably.
he's 23-0. 23-0. He's 28-year-old. He's not next gen Jerry now, is he?
No, he's flushed a few years of his prime down the toilet, making bad decisions, making bad decisions, and being a brat. He's he should have held his hands up and said he was guilty, taken a ban and got on with it. But he's a jumped up little spoiled rich boy.
What I'd say, Jerry, is this.
Way, like.
I agree with you 100%, Jerry. But what I'd say is this: he needs to come out and say, "Yeah, yeah, bruv, 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 yeah, cheated. So what, bruv, bruv, bruv? Everybody's doing it, bruv, bruv, bruv. Eat a seat, bruv, bruv, bruv. Eat a steering wheel." If he comes out and says that, I'll be happy. I said, you know what? He's admitted he cheated. Let's move on. Because if he'd have done that 2 years ago, or 2.5 years ago, he'd all be forgotten about now, wouldn't he? Like Fury when he got done and Dylan White, it'd all be forgotten about. But he dragged it on and on and on and on. And you know what they say, don't you? Once you tell a lie, you got to tell another. And he told 7, didn't he? Told 7 stories. And you know what? We've gone round in circles that much. They didn't end. What did it say? What did I say on me and Julian? We said in the end, he'll come out and he'll go, look, I'm innocent, but I've had to do this to move on with my career because of all red tape. And that's the bottom line, isn't it? That's how I look at it.
It's only a matter of time before he says that. He comes out and says that.
You want to go on to part 2, Jerry?
No worries, mate.
See you on part 2, lad.